People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, it's just Natalie and I this week. Natalie said, "Why? Why, Natalie?"
Yeah. Why? Normally we have guest, then us, then guest, then us. And I feel like it's been us, guest, us. Feels like a lot of just us.
I edit these videos and I enjoy watching me.
Oh, okay, that's why.
That's really what it is.
You don't want to share the screen with anybody.
No, here's the thing. We are extremely busy. Yeah, summer is our busiest time of year. But we've been going.
No, this feels so busy. With Lana's ballet, and then the next day her musical theater, and trying to get school in 5 days a week, and everything else on top of it, trying to have family time and keep the house clean and do something with the boys, and
it's crazy. It's crazy. So, I don't know with Natalie's schedule now, because she is taking Lana to ballet. She is taking Lana to musical recital, whatever. Musical theater. Yes. She does have client check-ins with her clients all over the country. That's not on my calendar of shows. So it's really hard to figure out when to schedule to record these. So when I'm calling somebody saying, "Hey, are you willing to do the podcast with us?" "Yeah, when do you want to do it?" "I don't know. I need to check with Natalie." Natalie's not here. She comes home, she has dinner, she goes up and does the sales call, she checks in with customers, she's on Zoom calls with the other coaches, with the other health nurses and doctors.
My fault? You're saying it's my fault?
I don't know when to schedule them. But also, I have a huge list of people. Yeah, it's your fault. I don't know when to do it. I don't know when to ask people. But also, we are having internet issues, sound issues, and it's so frustrating, and I know that they're good when we record alone. Last week, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I'm going to say their name. Last week, we had Keith Fields and Sarah on here, and the audio for you guys might have been okay, but for us, it was a nightmare. When we logged in, we said, "We hear air in your screen. It's airy. Do you have the air conditioner on?" And the last time we had that happen, where it was really airy on their side, was...
And I don't know what...
Smoke and Mirrors Theater.
Yeah.
His
was definitely air conditioner. I don't know what theirs was.
Yeah, it could have just been microphone. Could have been a microphone issue. Yeah. But we had an amazing time with them. We had so much fun talking to them. But when it goes out and I'm re-listening to it and I'm trying to get clips for the podcast and I'm trying to edit the podcast, it's like, ugh. Also, we are on so close on the verge to get this fiber internet. I'm just, any minute now we'll have that. And then I know it's not on my end. Maybe they don't have a high-quality microphone on their end. Maybe they don't have whatever. I'll know it's not me.
They haven't come across the street yet. I don't know when they're planning to do that.
I'm waiting. Any day. That lady said they were putting it in when we were on vacation.
Yeah, but they put it down the other side of the road, but they haven't... Why wouldn't they go across the road the same day they put it down the other side of the road?
I don't know. Anyway. So, I'm still trying to figure out stuff. I think the next time we have someone that has air or the sound is bad on their end, that we can tell it's on their end, we're going to hook up the mics again and do...
I thought you were just going to hook up the mics no matter what.
Well, I kind of need to test that with this new system.
Okay.
Yeah. But guess what? When are you going to test it? I don't know. When do you have a minute, Natalie?
Why do I have to be here for you to plug in a microphone and go, "Hey, test, one, two, test," and then turn it off?
Because I need you in the other room talking to you, so can you hear it okay? How does it sound on your end? You're so busy. You are so busy. She's getting too busy for me, folks. She's got clients in Hawaii. She's got clients in Aspen. She's got clients in Virginia. She's got clients in Maryland.
Okay, I'm not too busy, honey. I'm trying to get everything. Mondays and Tuesdays are a little crazy because of Lana's extra stuff and doing everything that we normally do on top of it.
So I had a friend say he wants to come over and play Magic with me. And I said, okay, how about Monday? I'll get Willow to watch the kids and I'll do something. And that didn't work for him. I said, okay, well, how about Tuesday? Natalie said, Tuesday, you got to do the podcast and you got to watch the boys while I'm at. Shoot, okay. How about Wednesday? No, I'm going all day Wednesday because I'm teaching classes. Okay, how about and I literally texted him back each day. Yeah. And Thursday, we have show. And Friday, he's coming over. And then Saturday, we have 6 shows. And Sunday, we have 3 shows. So it's like, we're a little busy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's why it's Natalie and I. That's why it's me and you. It's your fault.
It's not my fault. You could make it work if you really wanted to.
I do have an entire list of things to talk about today. And we do have a heater on, so I would like you to speak up a little bit, even though we have the heater on. I want people to hear you. That'll drive me crazy in the edit bay. Talk about the farm that we're working.
Go for it.
Are you mad now?
No, I just want people to hear it.
You will hear it. You will hear it. I need you to chip in, though. We have 45 shows this time at the farm this year. I've been working the farm since before Natalie. And this year, he keeps calling her asking can we add Fridays? Can we add more time to Saturdays?
Yeah.
But he's waiting.
So he's added, well, he extended his hours on Saturdays. And so I think he's going to figure out how that goes this year. And then maybe he'll do Fridays next year. Or maybe he'll just build up the extended hours on Saturday. I don't know. But anyway, plus he extended into September. So the last 2 weekends of September he added, and then he's extended our hours on the Saturdays that we didn't have other shows in October. So there you go.
And he wanted more, but he waits so late to book them.
Yeah, he added all this stuff very last minute. Added extra hours and all.
Like, we were in Cancun. He finally signed the contract.
Right. So, I mean, it's last minute. So we told him if he books it, at the end of this month, he'll definitely have all the hours that he wants to have for next year if he just goes ahead and books it. So it seems like he's going to do that.
Yeah.
But we'll find out.
The thing is, it's always a gamble when you have somebody book a year out. We could have somebody book illusion shows every weekend. We have theaters asking they want illusion shows. We're losing money because we're giving a discount at the farm and we're doing multiple shows at the farm. We're losing money.
And he gets a discount because he's booking a month and a half worth of shows at once.
He's booking 45 shows. Right. You book 45 shows, we'll give you a discount.
We'll give you a little bit of a discount, yeah.
But it's a catch-22 though, because it's like, I want to do that, but it's easier for me just to stay at the farm for a day. It's not fun to rush out of the farm, change out of farm clothes covered in dirt, covered in suntan lotion, and then try to freshen up and fly to the next event, which you're usually flying to because they want it at 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night, 3 hours away from that farm. And you're flying, trying to get there. We'll do it. We'll take the money.
I feel it to have the right amount of.
But if he books 60 shows next October and we don't have any other shows but that farm.
Oh, the only thing that scares me is, okay, all of October is booked by one person. He's like, hey, I don't know how old he is, but just hypothetically, I'm retiring and no longer doing this. We got nothing because that's what happened with New Year's Eve. Same people book which is fine. Same people book New Year's Eve for since we got married. And then they decided to pull out and not do it one year. And we didn't have a show on New Year's Eve.
That was a resort that's hurting because of COVID.
Right.
Since
we
COVID,
do this year. We have one show. Hopefully we'll have another. But, yeah. So.
We have a show during the day this year, though.
Right. But that's the scary part for me, is he has monopolized all of our time in October. And now what? But I guess we'll worry about that when we get there.
I also see it as a family business, though. I mean, he's got his son running it. If he retires, he'll be the old man just sitting on the back of the truck, and his son will take over.
Okay.
His son already owns his own business. His son, picks up trash at other farms and does that and runs a big truck. And he said his son's making great money, surprisingly awesome money. being a truck driver for other farms
Wow, that's awesome.
because he owns his own truck, so he doesn't have to borrow it. And I don't know.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, this farm added so much stuff this year. They had added a tilt-a-whirl, which is like a machine you get in.
It goes like this.
That spins as it goes around.
Yeah.
They still have that haunted house.
Kind of like the teacups.
Yeah, but this one's on edge.
It goes up a hill. But yeah. It's kind of
So when you first pull in now, they have a pumpkin house, which is, what's a pumpkin house? It's just like a structural foundation of like a shed with all the
It's like
2x4s.
It's like a frame.
Just all the 2x4s. And everywhere is shelves, right? I mean, because there's no plywall, there's no drywall,
It's a shell.
It's a frame of a shed.
Yeah.
And they must have 200 pumpkins in that thing. But you can walk around, take pictures in the house. Across from that, it's just a big black picture frame, which that's what it was. The first week in September, which was the third week of September when we got there. And now he has Round Hill Farm in really nice white, bright letters. Really nice wood cutout.
2024.
And the year.
Yeah.
So people could take pictures. And I'm like, there's a lot of other little touches like that. And this is a farm dude. And I'm like, hey, what chick did you talk to add the little feminine touches around here? Hey, man, it's me. I've known you long enough. There's a feminine here. It's beautiful. I love it. But it's not you. I hired a marketing team. I knew it. He didn't want to tell me. But besides that, they have, what else do they have, Natalie?
They have little digger things for the kids now to dig in the dirt. They still have the zip line and the bouncy houses and the animals you can feed and pet. And the big, huge slide and the haunted house and a little train for the kids to ride. Did they have pumpkin blasting?
Pumpkin blasting, apple blasting.
Corn maze.
The hay mazes. The corn piles that the kids play in. Yeah. Our little boys love it.
Yeah, all the corn things. So, yeah.
And a hay ride. And they have barrel rides. That lady drives barrel all rides. Day long. Yeah.
Magic shows.
Awesome magic shows. And then where my stage is, they have a covering. What do you call that? Just a covering? Like an aluminum shed, just roof?
It's kind of like but it's more sturdier. But it has the shape of a carport, but it's sturdier. So it's not gonna like. It's kind of like a metal shed, but there's no walls. So it has the roof.
It's got the roof. So when it was really hot, everybody's in that. I have a huge orchestra pit between me and the audience.
Until the shade from that comes forward.
Yeah.
And then more people start coming.
It's crazy. Last show of the night, I have people right up at me.
Yeah.
And when it was raining, everybody was hiding underneath that thing. So it doesn't make pictures look that great, even though we have a bigger audience than we usually have, because all those picnic tables are just cram-packed full of people.
Yeah.
Everybody's way back there.
And they're over by the food trucks where the shade is, too.
And they have 2 food trucks on each side. They have funnel cakes and pizza.
Yeah.
Ice cream, all kinds of stuff. And then this year, one of the coolest things, he was talking about it, and waited 3 weeks before we finally got to use it. And 2 out of 3 shows on Sunday, we finally got to use it. So it was 6 days of working there. I finally got to use it. He has a candy launching cannon, which is bolted into it.
It's a huge one, yeah.
It's bolted into an old pickup truck, and he's got it spray painted pumpkin orange, Round Hill Farm, everything on it. He likes setting it up. He likes maintaining it. I thought he was going to let me do everything, but I think he just likes me as a carnival barker, that I get everybody over and yell and scream and let's count down now. And then he lets me launch it. So he does all the work. I get all the glory. I get to launch it.
Yeah.
I love that deal. But, that pumpkin blaster, man. I mean, that candy blaster is really fun.
And the kids loved it. Even Lana. She was like, what? Candy!
Well, Lana comes over. So I really wanted it to be safe. Because this guy doesn't think safety stuff. So I really have to help him. And I'm like, look, you launch candy and a popsicle stick hits some kid in the eye because he's looking straight up. It's going to hurt him. You got to have rope or something to stop these kids because they're going to keep walking up. And then I know we've done this before, and I totally get the parents thinking. But parents, no matter where the line is, they want to get in front of the line and keep backing up to take that picture.
Right.
Now they're in the line of sight for candy landing on their heads.
Right.
So what Lana does, Lana comes over with me, and she stops the crowd in between the truck and another exhibit. They could go around the other side, but I round them all up to that side.
That's good.
And then she stops them. And then I stand on the edge, and I'm like, all right, we'll count down from 10. And then by the time we get to 1, I'm around the other side, and I launch it. And really, I'm done, but I like to watch the kids run and get the candy. And I want to run back to you, because I only have 5 minutes. I only have 5 minutes to relax before I have to run around the farm, collect another audience to do it again.
Yeah. I have to stay over and watch all the magic stuff so nobody goes through it. But I can see it off in the distance. But Lana took video of the boys just having a blast, going, ooh, and getting the candy and having fun.
They love it. They love it. And our boys are super lucky. They get to sneak in and get candy every time it launches.
Every time. I told Will, I said, if you don't want to take them every time, you don't have to. But, take them every once in a while because I think they love it. So they went both times that you did it.
What else? So this is the first time. I've been working this place for 20 years, maybe longer, right? There was a little break in between, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
And we had a lost kid.
Oh, yeah.
How did we find the kid?
Somebody brought him... There's a girl that brought the little boy up to stage, and she was like, he has no idea where his parents were. We found him in the corn maze by himself, and he's lost. So... Wes just like, all right, put him on his shoulders and tried to talk to him, but he didn't want to talk. And
you think he was 4?
Maybe. I don't know. But I think he was scared.
But I said out loud, hey, I'm the magician. Everybody here, all these 100 people know who I am.
Yeah.
The magician is going to get you your parents. Don't you worry about it, dude. I got you. And I'm making a big deal, and I'm talking out loud. Trying to just show the kid off. Hey, look, I got your kid.
Yeah. And so he took him around, and then his mom came up while you were gone, and there's another lady. She's like, oh, the magician has him, because she was freaking out. The mom was freaking out. And she said, hey, the magician's coming back. I said, I think he's just making a lap, and he's going to come back if he doesn't find anybody for the kid, any of the parents. And she's like, is there a way you could call him? And I was like, yeah. No, he left his phone here. So it's just...
She runs credit cards on my phone.
Yeah, I was like, so we'll just wait here. He's going to come back. This is where we are. So he's going to come back. And then you came back with...
Okay. So wait. Let me tell my story here. I'm walking around and I'm like, I can't go in the corn maze. If I go in the corn maze, we'll cross paths. I'll never find... And by the way, my show is supposed to start right when I found this kid.
Right.
So I told everybody, hey, show is on hold. This is more important. We'll be right back. I'm thinking, what do I do? How do I find this? It's like a county fair. How do I find a parent at a county fair?
Right.
So I start going.
They don't have a speaker system like the county fair,
No.
though.
So I start going. All right, I'm not going to the corn maze, but I went down that area where he came out of.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe they'd be over there, and then I had this idea. All right, I'm just telling all the employees at each little event, because every little station has an employee.
Yeah.
Hey. Do you speak English? Okay, perfect, because he's got a lot of Spanish-speaking employees there, too. The magician has a missing kid. If you have somebody asking for a missing kid, the magician has it. And then I start going to each station, and by the time I got all the way over, so I hit the trains, I hit the haunted house, I hit teacups, I hit the slide, I hit the pumpkin launching, barrel train. By the time I got over here to the moon bounces in the back, some girl that worked there said, oh, the dad's over here. And it took me just straight up the hill.
Next to the zip line-ish?
Next to the zip line, but across is where that McDonald's playset is, the big one.
Yeah.
And the dad just kind of, come here, Tommy. Oh, Tommy, it's okay. And that was it. Did somebody say Tommy's name? Is this your dad? How do I... Because he's not like, Daddy! Like my kids would say, Daddy.
Right, yeah.
This kid didn't. And I'm like, am I giving it to the wrong guy? What... He has... The dad had...
No emotion?
Minuscule emotion compared... A missing kid?
Yeah.
Holy crap, right? So then I'm like... okay. I mean, because the lady was with me. She's like, that's the dad. Okay. So as I
But
leave,
the kid was clinging to him, so that makes
clinging to him hard.
right?
So
Yeah.
that's the only proof I had.
Yeah.
Because the kid never really told me his name.
Right.
So as I go back, the mom's like, why don't you have the kid? I find
right.
the
came
mom.
back without the kid, and the
She
mom
grabbed
says,
my hand, and I said, no, she's over there. And she's like grabbing me to lead me to my kid. And I'm
Yeah.
like, lady, I have a show to do. It's at the slide. Your husband has the baby at the slide. But, I mean, she was trembling,
She's
holding me
frantic.
and wanting to grab me and pull me.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she came up, and I was like, he's coming back. She's like, she was really trying to
Keep it together.
poor lady. Yeah. Yeah. She was frantic.
So that night I had a dream that I lost Lex at a show.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Yep.
I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Here's another thing, though. And I told you about it in the car, but we didn't research it. The guy that did that television show, America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
What was the guy's name?
Mark something?
Host of America Most Wanted.
Mark? Michael?
No.
No? It's neither.
John Walsh.
Oh.
The kid's name was Adam. I just
There you
remembered
go.
it when I heard
Okay.
Walsh. There was a movie in the early 80s, and they showed a scene. It looked like any mall. It looked like our mall. It looked like any mall. And the kid was playing hide and go seek in the clothing rack with his parents or something. He was in the clothing rack. Every kid used to do that.
Rhonda did that to me, and it freaked me out
And
because I couldn't find her.
the kid became a missing person. That's what the whole mini-series television show was about. And John Walsh, the host of America's Most Wanted, was the first dad that ever went on TV begging the people to give him his son back. He was the one on... It's usually the mom that's crying, that's hysterical. And just like this instant, the dad was like, okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to play it off because he was embarrassed.
Could
But the
be.
mom couldn't hide that.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, you lose your kid. You don't give a. You don't.
Right.
I
But
don't care about being embarrassed.
John Walsh went on TV and did that, and that's how he got that role and that thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. My parents used to have any chance they got, not that they were trying to get rid of me, but any second that I wasn't glued to them in a mall or in a shopping busy area, they would dart in a different direction.
I'm sure they kept you in their sight.
And I'm a kid. This is what I know, though.
Yeah.
And they would keep me in their sight or whatever, and I would just sit there and holy crap. And then I'd find them, and they'd say, oh, you better be careful. You remember what happened to Adam? I don't know if that's good parenting or not, but it worked. Boy, I stay glued to my parents, man. Is that good parenting? Probably not.
Scare tactics. Yeah.
Remember,
I don't know.
and they would always say that. Remember Adam?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't want to be chopped up in little pieces, Mom. Yeah, I'll stay with you. So that was the lost kid in the hay maze. What else? We decorated for Halloween.
We did.
Finally, we had to wait for the boys' party to be over.
Yeah, well, I wanted to decorate for the boys' party. I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
didn't
she
have a
had the
party.
babies on September 25th. Everybody else, even Walmart, has their Halloween decorations out.
No, they don't. They have Christmas decorations out.
I do now. Michael's has only Christmas. Michael's has no Halloween left.
I wanted to decorate for the boys' birthday. We didn't do a party this year. We just did family, just immediate family. That was it. But I wanted to make it special, and then do Halloween decorations. I was planning on doing it like right after their birthday, but life, Wes,
We're
it just
busy.
got busy.
We are busy right now.
So yeah.
It's crazy.
But we got it all out and done on Sunday, and you put a few additional things outside today. I have to cut the grass, and then all of the girls can go out and put up the
Spider webs in the graveyard.
spider webs in the graveyard and all that jazz. And we got to get more caution tape so I can do the front porch and back here. Caution tape, because I don't think we have enough.
No, we don't have enough.
Yeah.
But
We're pretty much got it decorated.
and the boys are loving it.
Yes.
So the boys the other night, we were watching, Natalie, Lana, and I were watching television, and the boys just run around the living room. You're constantly shushing them. They just, blah, 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 blah. I can't hear. She won't let me put on closed caption. I don't have a clue. I'm always pausing it, saying, "Hey, what'd they say? What'd they say?" But the boys grabbed a bucket and walked over the other boy and said, and that was the knock on the door.
Yeah.
And he said,
And then the other boy comes does
and
this.
pretend to open the door. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead.
And then the boy that knocked on the door goes, "Trick or treat!" And then they had little shape thingies and they put little shapes in the bucket.
That was adorable.
It was very cute.
I think Lana has video of it. We just looked at it. We looked at it in the corner of our eye and said, and we paused the TV and said, "We got to see this. This is way more important."
Trick or treat. Yep. Oh. That was funny. The knocking on the door.
Well, I didn't know what he was doing. Because it wasn't knock, knock, knock. It was...
But it's, yeah. But he did the whole putting his fists in the air.
But it was, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Adorable.
So, since it's fall, how big am I into pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice everything.
Pumpkin spice everything like a soccer mom. I'm pitiful. Pumpkin spice cookies, pumpkin spice cakes, pumpkin spice donuts, pumpkin spice coffee.
He wants pumpkin cheesecake for his birthday.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know if I told you this.
What?
It just came out.
Uh-oh.
That, in other countries, no matter what you sell, they have to have the ingredients listed.
Okay.
Starbucks doesn't have ingredients listed in their stuff.
Okay.
So somebody complained.
Oh.
So what's in that?
In what?
Your pumpkin spice. What are you adding to make it pumpkin spice?
Cans of pumpkin in your pumpkin cheesecake.
No, I'm saying Starbucks. Hello, Starbucks. What are you adding to your coffee to make it pumpkin spice flavored?
I don't know.
One of the things to make it, I think, you can Google this, but one of the things to make it colored came back as ammonia. So, for years, they've been putting ammonia in their pumpkin spice, and people have been drinking it.
Are they going to take that out now?
They say they rectified it, the next day. But the people I heard say this, they were like, do you know how many millions of gallons of pumpkin spice additive they've already shuffled out to every Starbucks in America?
With ammonia?
Do you think they rectified it that quickly? Or do you think they just said, "Oh yeah, we fixed that"?
Oh my.
Now, say that's a conspiracy, but do you think they really could fix it overnight in every location?
No, I don't think you can fix it overnight. You gotta look into that there, honey.
But the pumpkin spice ammonia thing is true. Now, how fast they fixed it or whatever, I don't know. But
yeah.
So, I don't know, 2024 pumpkin spice, maybe 2024 up until the end of September. Now should be okay.
I don't know.
But previously, it's always had ammonia in it. I'm going to miss that ammonia taste.
Are ya?
I don't know.
Ah.
So here's another thing I found that I don't know if you know about. I have a couple other things to talk about. Couples outfits. Name some cute couple outfits.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay. So Halloween, yeah, couple
First
outfits,
one
yeah.
Mine. I don't know. Disney ones like Ariel and the Prince or something. The Joker and
Harley Quinn.
Have
you ever heard of a throuple outfit?
No. What is it?
Walmart is now selling throuple outfits. They have a throuple section for costumes.
What is it? 3 people? Is it that common for people to be in a threesome couple type of thing?
Is that, or just friends?
Oh.
You got to make it like they're couples? I don't know. I don't know how.
You're calling it throuple.
Well, they're calling it a throuple. The category, the packaging says throuple.
In a relationship.
Yeah, the packaging says throuple.
Sound like it.
Wow. Anyway, paper, rock, scissors.
They could call it frenzies. 3 friends.
A
what?
The ones that I know of are paper, rock, scissors.
Oh.
And marshmallow, graham cracker, and chocolate.
Well, who would want to do that?
Well, there's s'more.
I get that, but who would want to do that? That's not fun.
Well, don't buy it.
No, I won't.
Also, more news for you.
Okay.
Spirit Halloween.
Yes.
Do you like that store?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's expensive, but it's fun.
Okay.
We like going in there and take the kids and scaring the little kids and waiting for the... I showed Natalie a video the other day. This little kid hit the sensor at I think it was a Spirit Halloween.
Probably.
And nothing happened.
It was on
Kids,
the time delay.
and the kids clicking it, yeah. And then when the thing went off, it went up so far. Like, the kid she seed backwards.
Yeah.
And just fell right in the floor. Had to hit her head. But 12-year-old kid, she was tall, skinny, and she just went boom. Yeah. That was funny. Hilarious. What if, Saturday Night Live made a joke about them saying that they take over abandoned places and they're only around for 6 weeks and then it's back to being abandoned, and wouldn't it be better if they were around a little longer?
Oh. How are they going to be around a little longer?
How would they be around a little longer, Natalie? That's what I'm asking you.
They're just going to sell everything really discounted the week after Halloween? Or are they going to open up sooner?
Or November 1st?
Spirit Christmas?
They turned to Christmas Spirit.
Ah.
That's the new... No, it's called Spirit Christmas. Sorry. Spirit Christmas.
Right.
And instead of the ghoul, with the words, it's Santa, like, holding the letters.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the Ghost of Christmas Past or something.
Nope, it's Santa. Well, you should have been on the marketing team. Coming up with their logo. But, I don't know. Spirit Christmas, they're going to sell, like, stockings and inflatables and stocking stuffers. And
well, we're going to go visit.
It'll be... I mean... Malls are shutting down. There's nowhere to go, physical shops anymore.
Right. We do most of our Christmas shopping on Amazon.
And I hate it.
But we do try and go out and shop for a day at some point and try and do some shopping. And then me and you, we'll take the family. And then me and you, we usually use our December date night to try and buy stuff for the kids.
But going out physically, picking up stuff, going shopping.
It's fun.
It's making family memories. But it's making family memories, too.
Right.
You're getting them the hot chocolate. We're going to stores.
Yeah.
Because during the year, if I need something, I go in the store and get it. Very rarely does a family of 6 of us just go to the mall to hang out.
Right.
We're busy.
Right. Yeah. You have to plan a special
We do it once a year.
Shopping. Yeah.
But we have to go clothes shopping soon.
We do.
So we'll do some shopping then.
Yeah.
Everybody
goes for that because everybody needs shoes.
But I told Natalie has a... Should we tell everybody? I open up all my secrets to everybody. Uh-oh. I think it's time to open up a secret to everybody here in the world.
Are you sure? What secret is it?
Just your secret.
Don't you get in trouble.
I can edit this out, I think. You ready?
No.
It's nothing written down. It's not written down. Look at how many secrets she has. If you said that about me, I wouldn't be scared.
Well, we have personal things that not everybody needs.
I think this is PG enough, though.
So it can't be any worse than I wear holy underwear?
It's not worse than you wearing holy underwear. How are you right now?
It's one hole, but it's like one of my favorite pairs of undies because it's so comfortable.
Did you ever replenish that?
No.
Natalie has, and I don't know how good the Spirit Christmas store will be for Natalie.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Can we not?
I'm so red. They don't have them. Go ahead, Natalie. You gotta finish it now. You gotta finish it. I'm red. Look at me. Come on.
That's not nice.
Every time she goes to a Christmas shop, she has to go to the bathroom. I don't know if it's the cinnamon smell in the air or the Christmas trees. She has to go in the woods. She has to go in the woods.
You don't have anywhere that does that to you?
No, but I don't think I'm red. I'm more embarrassed than you are. I'm afraid I'm gonna get in trouble.
It's happened since I was a kid. Like, every vacation, there's always a Christmas store. And I would always need to use the bathroom. And that I would never know where the bathroom was because sometimes they would have one and sometimes they wouldn't. And my family's just naughty. So I'd be like, I'm going to go over here and look because I didn't want to be tooting right in front of them. And make everybody know to use the bathroom.
What?
And make everybody lose the store.
Like, it's real. It's real. You know what?
Myrtle Beach, that store does have a bathroom.
You know when you go on vacation? I'm crying.
I can't believe you told everybody this. This is so rude.
You know,
This is worse than the holy underwear.
This is 5 years of being in the podcast. We're letting you in on this. You know how when you go on vacation and sometimes you get backed up and you can't go? Natalie says, I need to find a Christmas shop.
Doesn't have a bathroom. Oh, can't go shopping there. We have to take the RV.
Oh, gosh. Hey, kids.
Oh, my
Hey, kids,
goodness.
where'd your mom go? She'll be back. She'll be back. She had to go to the car for a second.
That's nice.
My
You share my secret.
We love you guys. We share with everything. I talked about your holy underwear. I can talk about your Christmas store dilemma.
Nice.
But that wasn't even what I was talking about. I showed you today a thing I saw. It was probably on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or something. I try to post and go. But man, they suck you in. When you're trying to post,
You get distracted.
I just look at the next clip and I click it, and then I go to the next one, I go to the next one. What was I doing? Oh, I was posting.
First one. I post and go.
It's hard.
I have other stuff to do.
I do
during the
too.
day
I do
than
too.
Sitting and scrolling. Time management, baby.
I'm very opinionated on certain things.
Uh-oh.
Very opinionated on certain things. But it really killed me when they got rid of all these plastic straws. Because I'm like, one turtle in the entire world, and they're showing this. Show me another turtle. Show me another instance of this happening. Yeah, plastic gets washed up. Yeah, this happens. But we got rid of paper. We're on the road all the time. You give me a paper straw.
It disintegrates quickly.
It's going. My kids, my babies, they bite a straw. Well, the plastic will go back in shape. I'm cutting these paper ones with my knife in my pocket, trying to get it to where they can actually suck out of it again.
Yeah.
And they can't have a cup to drink because they'll throw it all over themselves.
Well, especially
So frustrating. So frustrating. That resort we worked up in Cambridge, Maryland, next to the bay, they were the first ones. They're adopting it for the bay safety.
Yeah.
Never once did I see a straw in the water in the bay. Never once. Anyway, now it's coming out. And I did research after I showed you that video. I looked it up and Googled it. But the study came from another country. But they took all these different paper straws and tested them. And they have forever chemicals in the glue. Those nanoplasties in the glue that gets in your lungs when you're inhaling, sucking up. And some of the other stuff can cause... I'm still teary-eyed from laughing so hard. And some of the other stuff can cause cancer. And what else did it say? Do you remember the other stuff?
No,
Cardiovascular
stuff.
issues.
Yeah,
With a paper straw, you think you're drinking through... But they have to glue it together.
Yeah. Yep. So that seems worse.
Just give me back my plastic straws.
Yeah.
Also, how are we doing on time? I can't see the
We
clock
haven't
here.
talked about... It's 39. We haven't talked about Boy's birthday.
I got it right here. It's coming up.
Okay.
We had a potty specialist on here because our boy's turning 4 and they're still in diapers with no interest at all. Isn't good.
Ish.
We're doing something wrong.
Are we?
Now, well, I thought, but like the week of Lex's birthday, he started going to the bathroom
earlier.
pretty good.
Because he was so he is very consistent with going number 2 in the potty. He has not had one accident since he decided to use the potty. And that was, he first went number 2 in the potty at the street festival.
That was
Which
before
was the
COVID.
last day of August. Because
Can't
he was pooing in the potty all through vacation.
This was in a parking lot in the back of the car.
Right. I'm like, wow. But, so yeah.
Talk about needing privacy.
He used the potty, and ever since he first put the poo in the potty, he has not had a poo accident since. Now, pee, if he makes it, that's great. If he doesn't, he'll pee his pants. Julian has no interest in pooing in the potty. I will see him in his poop. He has two corners that he goes to in the living room to poop. I will see him, and I will say, let's go to the potty. Let's go poop. No. Let's go poop. Quick. Let's go poop. He's pooped in the potty once or twice.
Julian has?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But he won't. Oh, the first time he did it, you should have. I made a big deal about Lex going, and he saw that Lex went. And so he sat down, and he wanted privacy. So I shut the door, and you hear him in there going, like he was grunting. And he pooped in the potty. Not much, but he did. And I made a big deal out of it. I was like, yes. Now we're going to have 2 poopers, and we just got to work on pee. Woohoo! Nope. He has no interest in doing it again. And sometimes he'll pee in the potty, sometimes he won't. So, we're still working on it.
But Lex is doing really good.
With poop.
Yeah.
Not with pee.
But he'll look at me and say, I want to go bathroom now.
Want to go poop in the potty? Yeah.
And she was gone today with Lana, and I have the boys. And I'm at the computer working, and they're in the living room behind me. And Lex comes up to my desk and says, Dad, Julian peed in the floor. No. He pulled his diaper down and just peed in the floor.
He decided he didn't want to have a wet butt, I guess, but he didn't go to the bathroom to put it in the potty. Maybe that's a step in the right direction. He knew he had to pee. He didn't want to pee his pants. I don't know. But yeah, we put him in pull-ups when we're at home, and they know how to take those off and on. I still put him in diapers when we leave the house so that they hold more for when they pee their pants.
I was going to blame you, but I'll blame myself. We came home from a show, and they had fresh diapers on. The kind that seal in the front. You have to pull the Velcro.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to take those off.
Mm-mm.
So they come home. Natalie says, check them. See if they need to go to the bathroom. So I did. They didn't go. Or they went. Whatever it was. I don't know. But their diapers were just brand new. I didn't want to throw those away. Nobody did anything in them. So I said, all right, we'll put these back on. But they're not the at-home ones. But they hold more. So whatever. Let's not waste them. And then Lex said, I go bathroom now?
I gotta go poop in the potty. And I said, yeah, go. Because I'll just send him. And then he'll say, Mommy. And then I'll help him clean up. And because they can pull down their own pull-ups. But he went in the bathroom, and a couple minutes later, he goes, Mommy, I go poo-poo in the potty. And I said, yeah, buddy, you can go poo-poo in the potty. Go ahead. And then he went, and he just pointed at his butt. I said, uh-oh, did you not make it? And I was like, oh, no, you have a diaper on. You couldn't. That's my fault, buddy. It's okay. So that's the only accident he's had, because he didn't know how to take off his diaper, which is weird because they used to take them off all the time. But he couldn't figure it out. He was probably trying to pull it down.
He was trying to pull it down. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So that's the only time he had an accident. With that.
Also, I'm sure we told you a couple episodes back, but we got rid of their high chairs.
Yeah.
We donated them to our church.
Yeah.
One high chair is from Lana when she was a baby from 12 years ago, but it was still a great high chair. It was not like
Yeah.
It's not like a crib where they put teeth marks in it or something.
Right.
I mean, a high chair, you just wipe it off and it's clean, and the backing sometimes gets food on it, but you throw that in the wash, it's clean, it's good to go.
Yeah.
So we donated both the high chairs, and they're sitting with us at the dinner table. Natalie said, okay, well, it's time to stop giving them just pizza bites and chicken nuggets. They're going to eat what we eat now. It's time. They're getting older.
We had kind of done it a little bit here and there, but I'm like, okay, now, if it's not like a soup or something that I know is really spicy, they're going to try it. And they've done okay, but...
So, here's the thing. You give them a bite. I don't want to eat. Well, it's time to eat, because they'll ask for chips or cookies right after dinner. And you take a bite. Just try it. Take a bite. Sometimes once you get a first bite in their mouth, then they start getting motivated.
Like it.
They want to eat.
They'll eat it.
They want to eat.
Yeah.
or they don't realize they're hungry until the bite hits their mouth. Then they finish the whole plate. So you got to get that first bite in. All right, go to timeout. And
when they don't eat, yeah.
And Julian, he goes in the kitchen around the corner, but a couple days in a row, Julian said,
I said, "Here,
right.
take a bite." He goes, "Time out." I mean, he just,
I'll get time out.
yeah.
And he just goes and goes
So
away.
he goes in time out.
So we do it for their age, so 4 minutes. And he's in there boo-hooing. But Mommy, what does he say to you?
He goes, "Mommy, my best friend ever." And he has like this whole conversation, and it breaks my heart. But then he comes back in, and I give him a hug. I say, "All right, you got to try dinner," and he'll eat.
But like
Why?
3 days in a row, he put himself in timeout.
Why won't he just try the bite? I'm like, if you eat the bite, you don't have to go to timeout. Eat the bite.
Nope, timeout.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. But what? It worked. Whatever. But Lex sees what the other kid's going through, and he's like, he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
But he has another trick. I put 4 bites in his mouth before I realized his trick. Go ahead, Natalie.
He's a little squirrel. He'll put it on one side of his mouth. And
So it's
He's
the
like
side
that.
away from me,
He's a
and I
big
couldn't
ol'-
see it.
big old hunk, just one side's ballooned out, and he's just holding it there.
So I'm
like-
sitting on the head of the table, and each boy is next to me, so I'm feeding each boy. And then Natalie's over there next to Julian.
I'm usually feeding Julian, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know why he does that. I mean, I'm like, if you don't like it, chewing it and swallowing it would be way quicker and way better than just holding it in your cheek.
But I'm all done now. I'm all done. Okay, whatever. Are you gonna chew? Uh-huh. He went in the living room, played games, did everything. Now at 11 o'clock at night, our schedule's way different. We know that. But she gives him a peanut butter, jelly, and yogurt before bed. So they get one last meal before they go to sleep.
Yeah.
From 7 o'clock at night till 11,
Yep.
he had it in his mouth. Just squirreled. And drink and running around and playing, but it squirreled in his mouth the whole time. And I told Natalie, I said, I don't think he's feeling good. Well, don't play with me. What do you mean? Well, go look at him. And he's sitting on the couch, and it was on that angle.
His face is all swollen.
And it was on that angle, and he was like this,
Yeah.
sitting on the couch.
Oh my gosh. He's still got food in his mouth. How many hours later? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and the squirrel thing happened again tonight at dinner.
Yeah. I don't think either one of them liked dinner very much.
Well, Willow said that, Lex was squirreling and then stopped even squirreling. He didn't like it that much. And then Julian gagged on it.
Yeah.
So
I was like, well, at least they tried it. You know, at least we're getting some food in them. Some dinners they will eat, and they'll eat pretty good. They liked the chicken crust pizza. They ate pretty good on that.
But tonight did have red pepper flakes in it, and just even one is a lot for a kid, probably.
Yeah. I cut how much red pepper flakes was in the recipe in half. And it still had a little heat in it for me.
I added a bunch to mine.
I'm sure you added a lot to yours. But so anyway, I don't know. We're trying. We are trying, darn it.
So we'll get to the kid's birthday in a second, but I want to talk about doctor visits. We went to the doctor.
Yes, let's talk about the boys. So.
Well, yours isn't that bad. We already talked about you pooping at Christmas time.
I did just say that. Lex has had nights. It's always early in the morning, like between 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. He will wake up and he'll just start puking. And it'll happen at intervals. So it won't happen every day, but it'll happen one day, and then 4 days later it'll happen again, and then a week later it'll happen again. Then you might have a couple weeks off, and then it'll happen again. I was like, Wes, we got to talk to the doctor. This isn't normal.
He was fine at Cancun, then came home and did it again.
Yeah. And so in talking to him, he was like, it sounds like he has intestinal migraines. And I was like, interesting. I have never heard of that. And he's like, there's really nothing you can do. It's just some kids get it. And he was like, so he put in a prescription for Zofran so that if he starts feeling nauseous, we can give him one of those and it melts on his tongue or disintegrates on his tongue, whatever you say. And that'll make it so he doesn't puke.
But it's not just one instance. I mean, he's going Non-stop.
He's puking until it's dry heaves and there's nothing coming up. And it's so sad. It's hard to watch. I feel so bad for him.
And he's shaking. And
yeah,
why?
Yeah, he's
why?
Going, why? I'm like, I don't know, buddy. But so the Zofran is gonna make it so he doesn't puke. Thank goodness. But he's just like, it's something that kids they grow out of. So eventually he'll grow out of it. He said girls a lot of times they'll either grow out of it or it'll turn into headache migraines, like head migraines instead of intestinal migraines. He said, but usually boys, they just grow out of it and don't have an issue. So I'm hoping he grows out of it sooner rather than later because I feel so bad for him. But yeah, that was our major issue. And then otherwise, I mean, they're healthy, they're growing, they're doing good. The only other thing is they've been keeping an eye on their eyes because sometimes one will go a little wonky and we'll just kind of go, fix your eyeballs and it'll be fixed. And usually it's when they're more tired. It'll happen sometimes when they're not tired.
Julian worse than Lex.
Usually it's when they're more tired, yeah. Julian happens to more often than Lex, but when Lex... The thing is, it'll happen more often to Julian, definitely. But when it happens to Lex... Holy cow, like that eye is way gone. Like it's majorly wonky. But it happens less frequently by far for Lex than for Julian. So they have a referral to an eye doctor who's going to check it out, see what the next steps are for that. As far as I'm hoping they don't, I don't think they'll have to have surgery. I'm hoping they don't have to have an eye patch or anything like that. Because, I just feel bad for him having to wear an eye patch. But we want that problem fixed. So
maybe they just have eye exercise, something we can do.
Yeah, maybe. So we're gonna find out. So
yeah,
there's that.
And Natalie, go ahead. She doesn't want to talk about her because for 2 years we've been trying to figure out what's wrong with her. They've had her heart checked out by the doctors, CT scans, everything looks right, everything looks good. We spent a year at the intestinal doctor. They couldn't find out what was wrong.
Yeah, they wiped their hands clean, literally. They did.
And our doctor is saying, I don't know what else to recommend to you. I think you're just going to have to live with it. And I said, no. We at least need to know what it is so we know what we're living with.
Yeah, if there's nothing that can be done, at least I can wrap my head around that definitely. That, there's nothing that can be done. You just live with this for the rest of your life because we can't fix it. But here's your issue. Or maybe they can figure out what the issue is and they would be able to fix it. I don't know, but I'm sick of not knowing. I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of the whole thing. And I'm sick of getting my hopes up, going to the doctor, and then hopes are dashed. And yeah. It really... If you're a doctor and you have a patient come in and you don't know what's wrong, just kindly tell them that, hey, there's nothing more I can do. I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe you could go to this type of doctor instead of that type of doctor. Don't just do the whole hand washing thing and be like, I'm done with you. I can't figure you out. That hurts. That's not... It's kind of depressing for the person that you're doing it to, who was really kind of had high hopes that you would figure it out. So,
but he was the intestinal doctor, so it's not your intestines. That's what he was saying. Not for you permanently.
I'm done with you. I don't know what else to tell you. There's nothing I can figure out. I'm done with you. Goodbye. Like, okay, well, do you have a suggestion of who else I should go to? Or...
No, it's not your intestines. That's all he does.
So what else could it be? Do I need to go? What other type of doctor should I go visit?
Anyway, so our doctor put her an appointment in for John Hopkins.
Yes. So he's going to refer me to John Hopkins because in talking with him and everything, there may be a possibility that it's chronic pancreatitis from everything I went through.
That's what I think it is. From me Googling and doing research, her numbers got astronomically high. Like, they were shocked that her numbers were that high. She can take pain. She gave all 3 babies without a pain pill. She just popped them out and walked away the next day. The hospital, you didn't even stay the full time. You just left 6 hours later?
Well, no, we spent one night, and then I think we went home the following.
It wasn't even 24 hours, though.
It was a little over 24 hours. So we came in, and I had them around noon. It was 12:05 and 12:12 is when I had them. And then
You left the next day like 3.
We left the next day. It was the sun was starting to set. So it was
Anyway.
probably 6 or 7. But anyway,
She's tough. The doctor still says how great she is. But this pain that she's having, she thinks I'm exaggerating the numbers, but I don't know what the low number is. I think you have pancreatitis at 60. We'll have to go back and listen to that podcast I did when she was in the hospital, because I know I said it during that podcast. But you are literally at pancreatitis level at number 60 lipid numbers or something.
whatever it is.
Hers was at 6,000, which is astronomical. How you're even...
Well, I did pass out from it.
Right. But since hers was at 6,000, and they were watching her for 36 hours to try to figure out what was going on when they had her in the... They were just watching you. What was that called? What did that period called, though? We'll just watch you?
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't know what was wrong. Because I had the gallbladder out, then I had to come back in, and they finally figured out, it took them a bit, like an exploratory surgery to figure out that it was a bile leak. Then they had to go back in and put a stent in. Well, putting the stent in is what caused the pancreatitis. So I was recovering from putting the stent in, and they wanted me to start eating again. And so they gave me some broth, and I had like 3 sips of broth, and I started feeling horrific. And then everything went downhill from there. Yeah. And that's when they figured out that I had the pancreatitis. And I got the little button with Dilaudid in it.
And with me doing research, they said that, you can take a blood test, and it might show up on a blood test that you have it.
It might not, though.
It might not. You might do exploratory surgery again, and they'll scrape out some of your lining of your pancreas, and then study that to see if that's what it is.
So anyway, the whole point is he's sending me to Johns Hopkins. He said that they're really great at pancreas stuff. And I'm hoping that if it's not pancreas anything, that they can point me in another direction of what it is. And they don't just do the whole hand washing thing too. So that's my issue. I don't know whether... I'm sick of being on this roller coaster. I don't know whether to get my hopes up or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's emotionally, it's hard. And Wes wants to tell me to tell him every time I'm in pain. And I tell him...
I need to know to tell the doctor.
I probably tell him 80% of the time that I'm in pain. In all honesty. When it's not that bad, I just leave it to myself.
I got stung by a bee 10 days ago. I still can't wear them. Look, it was how many days ago?
Oh, it was a week ago last Saturday. So about a week and a half.
Look at this. I had my wedding band on.
It swelled up.
It swelled up so bad. Look at the hole that I have now.
Mickey Mouse gloves that are like puffy on the top of your hand. That's what his hand looked like the next day. Like it was puffed up. I mean, it was swollen. And his finger's still swollen. But they said that swelling can last for a few weeks. So.
But a bee sting. I tell Natalie every day my report on my bee sting. So when you're hurting, you can tell me when you're hurting. I give you a report every day. Still can't get my wedding ring on. This morning I put it on, and you had to help me get it off.
Yeah. But I'm sick of hearing it myself. So I figure you gotta be sick of hearing it too. But yeah.
Wow, I love you. I want to know. Let's talk about the boy's birthday.
Yes, let's talk about happiness. So this year the boys turned 4, and we didn't do a big party for him. We'll do a big party when they turn 5. So we just decided to do just us, just the 6 of us, because Willow's here with us. And we threw them a dinosaur party. They love dinosaurs. So I still wanted to make it a big deal, even if it's not a party. So got them balloons and a tablecloth and a happy birthday banner, and made them a cake and drew a little T-Rex on the cake. And we got them dinosaur coloring books. We got them dinosaur jackets, dinosaur temporary tattoos, and we got them cute little cameras that have a dinosaur cover on them, which is just too cute. And they loved it. They had a blast on their birthday. They were asking for it to be their birthday the next day and the day after. They loved it.
Now, we celebrated their birthday on Wednesday, right?
Their birthday was on a Wednesday.
And we were supposed to go to the dinosaur park on Friday.
Right.
But Lex wasn't feeling good. He had that bout again.
Yep, he did.
And
And
it was raining really bad.
Yeah. So we were like, you know what? Let's just postpone till next week. So we did. We did it a week later on that Friday.
And it was great.
And it was a gorgeous day. And we took them and we let them have their little dino cameras hung around their necks. And oh my gosh. It's Dinosaur Land. Went to Dinosaur Land. And they have dinosaurs out in the parking lot before you even go inside to go see all the rest of them. And it took us a good 15 minutes to convince the boys that this is not all there is to see. We need to go inside so we can see all the rest of the dinosaurs on the other side of the building. I mean, they were just snapping pictures and pointing, and there's like 3 dinosaurs there. I mean, we could have gone, hung out in the parking lot for a half hour, and gone home, and they would have been happy.
They would have been so happy. They saw real dinosaurs.
Right.
So I'll go in and I ask, how long has this place been here? Who's the owners? How the heck did this place get started? In the 60s, the owner went on vacation and saw sculptures at a putt-putt and decided to do this. And it's like, oh, now it all made sense. Once I heard that, it all made sense. That's what they are. They're the concrete sculptures of dinosaurs.
Yeah. But the boys had a blast. So we go in and they're off. They're like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. And it was, taking pictures with their little cameras left and right and just, that's a Spinosaurus. That's a Brachiosaurus. Mommy, look at that. A Pteranodon. Oh, and then they're making up names for the dinosaurs they didn't know. This is something saurus. Everything had a saurus at the end. And they were so excited and they loved it. I don't think we could have picked a better thing to do for their birthday.
So according to Google, or according to the internet, it should take how long to do it?
20 minutes to an hour, depending on how slow you go. We went around 3 times. So we went around the whole place 3 times, and they were just thrilled to go around again and again and again. And it took us
hour and a half.
An hour, a little over an hour, to go around 3 times because they wanted to point out. I mean, they were so excited the first time around. I feel like they missed half of it. So we were like, let's go around again. So we went around again and they saw more. And on the 3rd time, I was finally able to get them to stand still for a picture.
Seriously, yeah.
They wouldn't stand still for pictures. Like, let me take your picture. No, look at that over there. And just too excited. So finally on the 3rd lap, we got just a couple pictures of them smiling with the dinosaurs. But
I was trying to videotape, and they wouldn't stop at one. They would see it, and then his eye would catch him. This guy would go this way, then this guy, and they were always going to the next one.
Right.
To try to show everybody else what they saw ahead of them.
Yeah, and you're trying to run and catch up. Yeah, we tried. We tried. Let's put it that way. And he tried on the 1st lap, and then I was like, here, give me the camera, and I did it on the 3rd lap as well, when they were they were still very excited, but a little calmer that they would,
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. They all the pictures of this.
Yeah.
Just pointing. Just the kids pointing and their mouth gaping open.
Smiles. Yes. It was fun. It was very, very fun to see them so excited. I mean, it's not that spectacular of a place. It's just dinosaur statues.
It's
But the excitement of the boys, they just thought it was the most magical thing. And the next day, we're going to the farm to do magic shows, and we're like, he was like, where are we? I said, we're going to the farm to go play at the farm. The blue slide, because they have a blue play area, and they go to that a lot. And he's like, we go to dinosaur farm? I said, no, we're going to the regular farm with the blue slide. You can play with dinosaurs there, with your dinosaurs there, but we're not going back to, we go to the dinosaur farm. Yay! No, we're not going. But anyway, they wanted to go.
But once they got to the farm, they were happy.
Yeah, they were happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very sweet. And as we were putting them to bed that night, both of them said, "Thank you for the dinosaurs, Mommy." It was so sweet.
This stuff is just coming out of nowhere. They said something else to you really cute today, if you remember. I don't know if you...
Today?
You told me what it was.
Oh, Julian the other night, he was just laying there, falling asleep, and he looked at me and goes, "Thank you for my house, Mommy." It's like, "Oh, you're welcome." I don't know where that came from, but just thank you for my house. Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for my house. Thank you for taking me to dinosaur place.
Yeah.
When you put him in timeout, but you're my best friend, Mommy.
My best friend ever, Mommy. Best friend ever, Mommy. Yeah. That tugs at my heartstrings. So you get him out of timeout and like, "Can I still be your best friend ever?" Uh-huh. It's so sweet. But anyway,
today I had
had a blast.
Today I had to take some stuff from the work shed and put it back in the treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And they rode their bikes all the way back there in the woods.
Wow.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about their bikes.
So we got them bikes for the 3rd birthday that are little, I can't even remember what they're called, but they don't have pedals. You just walk them. And supposedly, balance bikes, that's what they're called. Balance bikes. So they're supposed to be able to help them balance, and then they'll go to pedals eventually. And a lot of people were saying my kid went straight from a balance bike to just regular bike, no training wheels. I was like, okay. So, but at first they didn't want to use them, and now they are just going everywhere.
I mean, taking them on the trails to the treehouse.
Yeah, that's impressive.
5 acres back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all the way back.
That's impressive. That's great. They're off-roading with them.
And the other thing is, I had the work shed open, and they were coming in the work shed, and they were going in the work shed, turning around and riding down the ramp.
Yeah.
They were having a blast.
That was adorable.
They were doing great.
And both legs were just up, and they were just going. Yep.
It's boys, man.
Yeah.
And Lana, I don't want to ride in the grass. I want to sit on the road.
Right.
I got Lana a bike, and I take it through the trails. I take my little bike through the trails.
She doesn't like
I don't like it through the trails. I like a flat surface in the road. I think she's still nervous to ride a bike.
She likes riding her bike. She'll ride it around in the grass. She's just not taking it back on the trails.
She won't ride over a root.
Yeah.
And we don't have, I mean, you dodge the big roots, but yeah, I don't know. Honey, come on, you can ride with me. She won't do it.
Oh, well.
How much time we got?
None. We're over.
Do you want to talk about your health business real fast?
You're over time. By 10 minutes almost.
Well, real quick. We did good today. Go ahead.
What do you want me to talk about?
I want to talk about so I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. Somehow I got on his email mailing list, which
newsletter
I am not sad about. Yeah, I love the guy. Every day, constant reminder of Arnold, I'm happy. And today was saying that in the U.S., we finally hit a peak where weight is going down. Obesity is going down. So that curve is constantly going up. Obesity is finally starting to go down. Yeah. It's not flat, but it's starting to go down.
Right.
And I was talking to Miss Health Coach over here. But if you read the fine print, they say morbid obesity is going up.
Right.
So I don't understand what that is. So explain it.
I don't know why morbid obesity is going up, but
is the people that are 500 pounds, they don't care, so they don't go diets, and they just keep going up?
I don't know.
There's more people that just don't care.
You gotta look at the research. I have no idea. I don't know what that's about, honey. But that article newsletter was saying it's because people are getting help with the GLP-1s, like Ozempic and Wegovy. A lot of people are using it. I think it said 1 out of 8 Americans are using it.
Are we still on?
I don't know. It's counting.
Our screen's blank.
Right. Oh, there it's back. Okay.
All right.
So anyway.
Hold on. Say it again. So 1 out of 8 Americans.
So the newsletter said that 1 out of 8 Americans are using a GLP-1. And that's great if that's what you got to do in order to get started. But
I mean, I think if you're 400 pounds, 500 pounds, and you can't move, and you need that kickstart.
Yep. That's what it's for. If you have diabetes, that's what it's for as well. But I think that also healthy nutrition needs to be taught as well. So that's what my program does. It helps people who are on GLP-1s. We have specific programs for them as well to help learn correct nutrition. And also they have like whey proteins and essential amino acids to add to your diet, so that you don't lose the muscle, because a lot of people aren't losing the fat weight, they're losing muscle weight, and you want to lose the fat. So if you combine the GLP-1s with a healthy diet and you add in some of the essential amino acids, whey protein, things like that, you can maintain your muscles and lose the fat weight instead. So that's all.
I don't know what's going on. See, aren't you glad you didn't get a guest today? I don't know what's going on right now. Our screen went black. I don't know if you see us or not.
I told you that once you hit an hour, things start going weird on Riverside.
Anyway, another thing, Jillian Michaels is totally against it. And she says that, Ozempic it paralyzes your stomach. People are having issues.
Slows down your digestive system. That's the whole, yeah.
And people are having issues. That's scary, whatever. But if you have to have it, you have to have it. And I don't know what this is. So I'm outside. I don't have research. I haven't taken it myself. I don't know anything about it. I'd rather eat right and exercise. But I think a lot of people are using it as, all I have to do is just take this shot. Hey, the scale moved. I'm going down. I'm done.
Quick fix.
And they think they're done.
Yeah.
But
it's like with anything else. If you don't, I was telling you this before, if you don't make the change to a healthy lifestyle and think it could be anything, GLP-1s, Weight Watchers, My Health Program, any diet, if you think of it as a diet and a something that you can do till you reach your goal and then you're done, and you're not changing over to a healthy lifestyle, learning how to eat correctly, even once you're off my program, you still have to eat healthy. If you don't work on that healthy lifestyle, healthy nutrition, healthy mindset, and get your mind wrapped around, okay, this is a lifestyle, not a diet, not a quick fix. Anything that you do, you're going to gain it back once you get off of it, because you're going to go back to old habits. That's what I had to learn. That is why I like the program that I do, because it's not just a nutrition program. It is also, hey, let's work on your mindset on these things as well. Let's figure out how to make your whole lifestyle healthy and incorporate it into everything, instead of just, hey, let's get you skinny. Because that's not the point. You want to be healthy and you want to maintain that healthy weight once you reach your goal. And so no matter what you do, whether you decide to get a jump start with GLP-1s, or you go on Weight Watchers, or you decide you want to reach out to me, or you do your own thing, you got to make it a lifestyle change, and you got to work on your relationship with food, because a lot of us out there who gain weight are food addicts. That's me. And it's difficult if you don't work on your mindset to change that and maintain a healthy lifestyle, if you're not working on the way you're thinking about things and the relationship with food.
Dude, we were listening to a podcast today real fast, and we'll end this thing because we're over.
Yes, we are.
But the thing about, oh man, what was it? Help me, the sugar. What was the sweet sugar stuff? Fructose corn syrup. Yeah. So I remember that SNL did a thing about, you go to the friend's house and you go to a party, and little Tommy's not allowed to have high fructose corn syrup because it makes him crazy.
Yeah.
And it does this. And it's like, yeah, there is wacky moms out there that don't let their kids have anything. Let your kid have the stuff. But what we heard today was the bears eat berries that have the fructose in it, that activates in their mind to keep eating, so that they can eat more than they really want, so they can put on fat to hibernate. We have taking out just the fructose, not the berry, not the anything else of the good stuff. Scientifically, we've taken out the fructose, put high fructose corn syrup with the fructose.
So you're not satiated.
It makes you want more.
And you want more. Yeah. And it becomes an addiction.
And they said studies have proven that kids have it become
ADHD.
And frantic, manic? Not manic, but fighting. Aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I was on the wrong team there. I was liking high fructose corn. Who cares? A little whatever. But you don't know.
It changes every other minute, too. So yeah.
I don't think this is going to change, though. I don't think this is like eggs are good, eggs are bad.
Yeah. Well, not if they've had long-term studies on it.
Crazy. Anyway. Do your research, work out, eat right, exercise.
Make it a lifestyle, not just a diet. That's all. That is all. And change little things at a time. Because if you overwhelm yourself and make it too many changes all at once, it's never going to stick. Little changes at a time.
When she tells people to start the health program, don't work out at first. Yeah. Focus on your food first.
Get the nutrition down.
And you will lose. I went back up because I had to take steroids and I've been fighting a cold since before Cancun. And I'm back on track. But here's the thing. When I was on it, the first time losing 50 pounds, I wasn't working out during that time.
I didn't work out when I lost my 70 pounds. I started working out after.
Once you hit your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Because I had the energy and I wanted to.
Yeah.
Which is weird for me to say because I don't like working out. I've never liked working out, but I was like, I want to work out. Isn't that weird?
Anyway. That's it. We caught you up, and like I said, hey, our internet's doing weird things. Stuff's going on tonight. We're still trying to figure this thing out. So will we have a guest next week? Tune in to find out. I think we've told you everything we need to tell you tonight. The only thing left we have to say is see you next week.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.